The numbers are still coming in, but the Marcos-Duterte tandem are poised to win the top two seats with their commanding lead. Let's speak now to political analyst Aries Arugay about these voting patterns. Aries, thank you so much for joining us. In your view, what led to this wide margin for Bongbong Marcos as we are looking right now at the parallel, partial, and unofficial tally from the Comelec transparency server?
Yes. Rico, I think we're really seeing the congruence between the pre-election surveys and what we're seeing from the Comelec transparency server. So even if there's been skepticism about pre-electoral surveys, I'm even one of them, if you remember from previous interviews with CNN, it seems like the pre-electoral surveys have really made a good and reasonable prediction of the results. But I also think this also reveals that the Marcos campaign is a truly well-oiled, well-resourced machine because they've been able to change the voting patterns from the 2016 vice presidential race. There were a lot of bellwether provinces, vote-rich provinces, that they were able to swing in their favor. And that is tantamount really to the mobilization of resources and other aspects of machine politics.
So what's next now for VP Leni Robredo? Will she continue to be the face of the opposition with 15 million votes in these 2022 elections?
Indeed, Rico, I do think from the last statement made by the vice president that her work continues, that her advocacies will continue, and because of that, this electoral cycle is simply, I think, one of the many episodes of her continued political engagement. Her reluctance to run is really patterned after her character, but I do think this campaign has also surprised her, has also surprised a lot of her original supporters, because what seems to be at first was a lonely fight has become really, I think, a dramatic transformation of some people have called it a movement, some people called it a crusade. The next steps is really how to take advantage of this energy that has been released. I don't think you can really put the genie back in the bottle, because what her campaign represents is not a cultic following of Leni Robredo. It's really more belief in certain principles and ideas that I don't think will be removed or will be taken away simply because it seems like that she has lost this particular electoral contest.
And Aris, let's take a look at the senatorial race. Robin Padilla leading the pack. You have Mon Tulfo, a broadcaster. And then you have re-electionists Mig Zubiri, and of course, Joel Villanueva. You have Alan Peter Cayetano coming back to the Senate. They will be together with the likes of Bato de la Rosa and Bongo. What will the new Senate look like?
Rico, I think this will just be continuity with 2019. We all know that in 2019, in the midterm elections, there was no opposition candidate who won. This time around, there's only a single one. And with the exception of Robin Padilla and Tulfo, most of the other senators are actually returning, or actually this is not their first rodeo. They've been already senators before. So I think it will be more of the same. And it might even give a super majority to the administration, or to the majority if they side with the administration.
A super majority indeed. So they'll be able to push forward with all of their bills, no, and policies. I mean, we're taking a look at the top three. Robin Padilla, the runaway #1, leading the pack in this senatorial race. You have Loren Legarda and Mon Tulfo. Do you think any one of these will be the next Senate president?
Well, I think in terms of Senate leadership, historically that has gone to, I think, a senator that could be somehow a lightning rod for the majority, or someone who was more experienced, as we have seen in the choices of Senate presidents before.
So who do you think, Aris, will be the Senate president then?
There are some names that have floated, Rico. I think Cynthia Villar name was put into the Senate presidency hat. Lauren Regarda might take a crack at it, and of course, there's always Amy Marcos. So I think it's going to be an open field to more veteran senators rather than to newcomers.
So, with you saying that we will see an administration having a supermajority in the Senate, there will be no checks and balances, there will be no fiscalizer?
Yes, that is the effect, and we have seen that since 2019. While there have been investigations like the Farmally scandal and others, we also see a Senate that has basically towed the line, where historically the Senate has always acted as the bastion of balancing executive power.
Thank you so much for your electoral insights, political analyst Aries Arugay.